Hi everyone, I'm Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. Okay, we're going to start standing up and we're going to be in a very wide parallel position and we're just going to move through our hips. So we're going to bend our knees and we're going to swing the hips forward and back and forward and back. Two more and swing it and back and swing it to the front. Back, come back to neutral, and let's take it to the sides. Remember, you want to keep those knees going out over the toes, and swing, and push, and out, and swing, and swing. Good, come back to neutral, straighten up. We're going to rotate the legs out and do the same thing. Knees now still go out over the toes. Here we go, front and back. And you notice you get a little more action as you go front in the inside thighs as you keep those knees rotated out, front and back. Come back to neutral, and now we're taking to the side. You might feel this a little bit more on the inside thighs here. Out and side, good, side and side. Come back to neutral, straighten up. Let's go back to that wide parallel position. Bend the knees and take some circles. Front, circle to the side, around and side. We're going to take 4 in each direction. And as you have your legs in your parallel position, you may find that you can really press forward and open up the hip flexors there, around. And also as you go to the sides, you're opening up the IT band a bit. And let's come around, and we're going to take that 4 times to the other side. Here we go. Around, circling, front, side, back, and around. Good. Big circles, front and side and back. Last time, all the way around, front, circling around, and to the back and side. Good. Coming back to the front, come back to neutral, straighten up, rotate the legs, and we're going to repeat, but let's start to the left in our circles. And front. So now you have to maintain that rotated position in the hips, which is going to open up things in a little bit different way. You might feel like you don't have as easy a journey around in these circles. Here's our third one, over to the left, circle, around, and front, and last time in this direction, around, and side, and front. Reversing that all the way over to the right, back, side, and to the front. Keep going, circling to the back, around, and front. How big a circle can you make? Maybe deepening and widening that circle. And around. Last time, circle, around. Good. Side, and come to the front. Good. Neutral, straighten up. Good. Heel toe the legs in, because we've been doing that hip work there. And let's take the right leg out to the side a bit, bend both knees. And now we're going to take little circles just with that right hip and around. So obviously today we're starting with the hip here, around. And you can let that foot lift up, the heel lift up if that makes it easier for you, and around. Good. Now let's reverse that, going to the back, around. And again, you notice that my foot is lifting. It doesn't have to, but for some reason that helps me to get a deeper and bigger circle here. And around and stay. Good. As you straighten up, you may find that that leg feels longer. Let's take it to the other side. So left leg is out. So we're pushing to the front, circling around and in and out, around and in. And you notice as you go to the side, you may really be able to open up that IT band even more. Don't forget the in, circle out and around and in. Let's reverse that. Back, around to the front and in, back and around and in. All the way to the back, around and in and back and around and in. Good. Straightening up, noticing how that feels. Let's take some figure eights with our hips. So we're going to bend both legs, circle, around, going to the back, come through the front, circle, around and back. Repeat. We're right, circle, around, back, front, circle, around, back. Keep going to the front, circle, around. Knees are soft, front, side, back, and around, and front, side, back, around, and front, side, back, and around. Come back to neutral, straighten up. So we're really focused on this area. We're going to take a little uplift with those hips. So make sure those feet are directly underneath your hips. And we're going to lift our heel up on the right leg and just tilt the hip up, center, up, center, up, center, up, center. Come down, switch to the other side, and up, center, lift, center, up, center, come down, bend the knees, and now we're going to drop that hip down. Get some more of an IT band on this side. Center, push it down, and center, down, center, down, and center. Other side, drop it down, and center, down, center, excellent, down, center, down, and center, and straighten up. Okay, to continue in this area, we're going to start to focus on that lower back. So I'm turning diagonal so you can see what I'm doing. And let's just take a fold over from here. And we can bend our knees if we want to. So if you're bending your knees, you're sticking your derriere out, but you're really folding from the crease in the front of the hips there with a flat back. And come up. Let's all take it with bent knees. Out. So it's kind of a modified squat. And out. And straighten and out. Now you can continue with that, or you can have your legs straight. So we have a flat and straighten, and flat and straighten. Good. And flat and straighten, and flat and straighten. Let's everybody go into the bent knee position with that flat back. Hands on the thighs just above the knees, and we're going to start to tilt under the hips and get into that lower back. So from here, deep breath in. As we exhale, we roll that lower spine up to the ceiling, heads drop down. Good. Push through just back to that flat back. Again, roll it, feeling that lower back, get some work there, opening up into that lower back. And come back to neutral. 2 more. Roll it. Good. And back into neutral. And last time. Roll it. And come back into neutral. Now we're going to reverse that. So we're sticking your derriere up as we push our bellies forward. Our lower backs will get into a curve. Our heads will want to come up. Don't let those shoulders lift. And come back to neutral. Flat back. Engaging our abdominals. And push. Tailbone up. Head up. And neutral. Repeat. Push. It's like we get a little scoop in our backs. And neutral. Good. And push. Good. And neutral. Let's just come up for a moment and let's swing our arms. So from here, we're going to drop the hands behind, lift up and around. Swing, lift and around. Swing, lift, around. Once more. Swing it, lift it, around and down. Now reverse it. So we're going to go up, open the shoulders, reach the arms as far back as you can get. So you're getting a little action in that chest, but we're letting those arms work for you. Lift and around, and lift and around. And let's go back into that bent knee, flat back position. And we're going to go right from the curved back into that scoop back. So from here, neutral spine, deep breath in. As you exhale, tilt the spine so it goes up to the ceiling as the hips come under, hips go down. Now we're going to move through with the back and go into the scoop, into your cow. And roll lower back up to the ceiling. Push through and go into your arch. Shoulders stay down. 2 more. Roll it. Lift it up. And push. And scoop. Maybe get a little more exaggerated position. Roll up. And push. And scoop. Good. Come back to your neutral position. Back is flat. And come upright. Excellent. Shimmy out a little bit. That can be quite a lot on that lower spine. but we're going back there. So bend the knees, scoop, and we're going to take our back hand and put it on the side of the front leg there. And now we're going to reach, and we're going to use this hand to twist. So we're opening up the chest, opening up that arm a little bit more, but keeping that flat back. And swing, reach, lift. See if you can follow the hand with the eyes. 2 more. Reach forward, lift, push with this bottom hand so you can really twist that and around. And once more, reach, lift, up, twist, and come down. We're going to reverse that. So from here, reach, press with the bottom hand to open up that arm. And here we go around. So we're working the shoulders, but the upper chest too, inside the armpit area. And obviously the heads are getting a little bit of a work there. Good, and around. Good, come back to your neutral position. Let's see if we can just straighten the legs as much as you can. Trying to keep the back flat, folding from those hips. So we're getting a little hamstring work there. Bend, keep the back flat. Inhale, exhale, shooting forward with that spine being long. 2 more. Bend, inhale, exhale, shoot it forward, keeping that head in line with the spine, and bend, inhale, exhale, shooting it forward. Good. Now bend the knees, drop the chest down onto the thighs, head is loose. And let's just shake that head, no. Shake the head, yes. Again, shake that head, no. Shake the head, yes. Good. Keeping the roll through the spine, so we're going into that cat, slowly rolling up through the spine, hoping to open up in between the vertebra, head stays down, and come all the way up. Good. Now you're going to notice that the side that we just did all that work with probably feels a little longer than the other one, so let's take it to the other side. You don't have to shift if you don't want to the other side, but I want you to see everything that's going on here. So bend the knees. We're going into that flat back. We are engaging the abdominals. We're taking the back hand, wrapping it around the front leg, and then reach this hand forward. Press with the hand to twist while you're trying to keep the hips not moving. And reach forward, lift, up, and around. Opening up that shoulder, lift, up, chest opens with the shoulder there, good, and around, and looking at that hand, up, around, reach, and then allow the arm to swing forward. We're going to the back, push opposite direction, up and around, and breathe out, lift, up and around. 2 more, and reach it to the back, lift, up and front. Last time, reach it to the back, lift, up and front. Good, come back into your flat back, knees are bent, and we'll take those curves over, heads down, knees are bent. And this time, make a circle with the top of your head. You're just allowing that neck to loosen up all the way around. And then stop and go in the opposite direction. Shoulders are loose, let that head be loose. Continue the circle all the way around. Good, and then just hang. And from here, we're going to come back up to the hands and knees position. We're bracing here, but we're going to stretch the spine forward as we straighten the legs. Your arms can be down, or they can be against your thighs if you want. Weight is forward. Bend, inhale. Exhale, shooting out. So we're getting into the hamstrings. And 2 more. Bend, inhale. Good. Exhale and stretch way forward. Your waist not on your heels. Bend, inhale. Exhale and straight. Good. Bend the knees, drop the heads down. Let's take another roll up through that spine, engaging the abdominals, making sure that you're opening up through that spine, head, and lift. Good. Shake that out. Let's take a little more work with the shoulders and the rib cage. So we're going to go forward with our rib cage as we bring our shoulders back. So we're squeezing our shoulder blades together, our elbows together, as the chest goes forward. Now let's reverse that. Make our elbows come forward as we make the back of the chest go back to the back of the rump. And squeeze and open. Your head's going to want to reflect this. And back. So your head will go up and down. As you move the chest forward, the head comes up. And move it to the back. Good. And once more. Push it forward. Good. And to the back. Okay, now let's wrap one hand in front, your left hand in front. This hand is going to drop down, so we're taking a side stretch. Trying to keep the legs and the hips right where they are and work from there. I'm going to feel a nice side stretch there. Come up, switch, slide, and drop. Let the head go with you. And come up, switch, slide, drop, and lift. Up, slide, and drop. Let's add a bent knee with that. So we come up, slide, bend, still keeping the hips where they are, but maybe you can feel more of a stretch here as you reach that hand down a little bit more. Straighten up to switch over, let the head go, bend, stretch. Two more, lift, up, slide, bend, head is loose, good, and lift, up, slide, head is down, coming upright. Now we're going to take that, reaching the other arm up, so we're getting a full stretch of the arms and might add to that side body stretch. Coming up, switch, reach, and over. Come up, lift, reach, and over. Good, and lift, up, reach, and over. Let's go back to the other side. Here we go, lift, up, and reach. Now we're going to straighten our legs and try and bend our upper body over more. Deep breath in. Exhale, keep the hands reaching up and down, but straighten your legs and see if you can get a little farther over. And bend, inhale. Exhale, and reach. How far over can you get that torso? Two more. Bend, inhale. Exhale, and reach. Really feel like you're getting a deeper stretch there on the side body. And bend, inhale. Exhale, and reach. Good. Curve the top arm down, roll the body, and let's take it to the other side. So we go into the bent knee position, arms up and down. Breath in. Exhale, and reach. Letting the upper body go to the side even more. Again, bend, inhale. Exhale, and reach. Good. Two more. Bend, inhale. Exhale. How far over can you get that side body? Letting the head tilt more. Last time. Bend, inhale. Exhale, and reach. All the way over with the torso, up and down with the arms. Top arm comes around, come down, and roll up. Let's just take some twists from side to side. So we're just going to make our shoulders go forward to the right, and the hips stay still, and shift and change. Repeat. Shift it, and shift it. Two more. Reach it out, and shift. Excellent. And reach it out, and shift. And let's go back to the first side. Out. Now we're going to curve the upper body down. So we're getting an above the waist position stretch here along the spine. Heads are dropped. And roll back up. Stay front. Roll it down. And lift it up. Two more. Roll it down. And lift it up. Last time. Roll it down. And lift it up. Come back to neutral position. Come to the other side. And let's repeat it again. The hips stay front. From the top of the head. Rolling down. Above the waist. Feeling that stretch along the side of the spine. Probably you'll notice it most in your neck. And roll it up. You might feel that in your upper back as well. Drop down. And roll up. And two more. Roll it down. And come back up. And roll it down. And come back up. Feeling that stretch we're getting. Let's go back to the first side once more. Hips still stay front. Roll down. Now we're going to reach our arms out. Crossing this front arm so you're getting a little bit more of a twist there. Lift up. And now let's swing. And now we're going to drop the arms down as we let the upper body go. Repeat. Keep the body down as you reach the arms up, then roll up through that head, twist, and now we're going to go over to the other side. So we're making like a half circle with our arms, but we're still engaging that upper spine. And by using the arms, we may find that we get a little more stretch, a little more ability to get over to the side, up and around, but our hips are staying front, so our upper body is getting some fluidity work here. And lift, up, breathe. You can follow the hands with your head, drop down. And let's take it once more in each direction. Lift, it should feel kind of good to do this. Up and around, and drop, and lift, up, breathe, around, and down, head is loose. And coming back up to your starting position, open, and here you go. Good. Okay, let's take some rotated positions now. All right, so here we are. We're in a turn down position. Let's just bend both knees. We're not going all the way down. We're just sort of getting our knees to go out to the side, opening up both inside thighs and straighten. And bend and straighten. Repeat. Bend and straight and bend and straight. Each foot's going to go out another foot length there. So now we have a much wider position. And this time as you go down, you're going to feel that inside thigh really getting a stretch. And the upper back is staying straight. Try not to let it tilt forward so you're truly working on the inside thighs there. And bend, open, stretch it, and up. Good. And bend. Feel that reach, that openness. Good. And up. Let's just take a little pattern with the arms. So we're going to swing down and lift, and down and out. You can cross the other arm in front if you want to. You can alternate those arms, circle and down. We've got that once more. So the arms are going to stay doing this pattern completely like this as we do this when we start to bend our knees. And cross. So let's take it with the knee bend. So we have bend and lift and bend and out. Repeat. Bend and lift and bend. 2 more times, really working on the arms and the legs as they coordinate. Down and out and bend, lift and bend. Now we're going to take it plain and then we're going to take it to a side tilt. Lift from here, bend, tilt the torso as you straighten up and reach, and bend and lift. Other side, bend and reach and drop it down, lift, keep breathing and stretch. Here's our side body getting into use here. Lift that we practiced before, reach and out, keep going, bend. Let's take it faster, bend, side, down, lift, down, side, 2 more, down, lift, down, side, and last time, lift, down, side. Good. And come up and then step out of that and shake out. You might have fallen or you might have had some balance issues on that whole series. Let's get into our feet a bit. So our feet are a little bit closer to each other than our hips. And we're going to push the heel up, press the heel down, and flex that foot. Push through, lift, down, back. Push it through, lift it. Heel down, back. Once more, push through, heel down, and back. Let's take it to the other side. Lift the heel towards the big toe, down, back. And then you may find that you've got a little sway happening here. You can let that go and let that sway, but don't exaggerate it. And back. Good. Working through those feet. And down and back. Excellent. Rotated position. Heels are together. Same thing. And heel lifts towards the toe. Down and flex. And there's a little balancing that happens there. Down, push. Down, flex. Push through. Down, flex. Good. Push through, down, flex. Let's take it to the other side. Shift your weight, lift up. Heel goes to the big toe, down and flex. And push way forward. So you're really working through the instep through the bottom of your foot. And down and flex, good. And push through, lift. And down and flex, good. Let's maintain this rotated position. So that means you have to work using the glutes a bit and rotating out through the thighs. And let's take a roll forward. If you need to bend your knees at any point, please do. So from here, we're rolling the head down through that spine that we've done some work with, coming to above the waist position, and then we're passing through that lower back. And then we're going to go all the way down and feel the fold coming from the hip flexors there. Hands are loose. So in this rotated position, you may find you can't go as far down as you normally do. If you have your knees bent, that's fine. But we are getting a stretch in that hamstring. So from here, if you haven't bent your knees, you're going to do that with me. From here, we have the knees bend. Inhale. Now we're going to shoot the hips up as we try and straighten the legs. Now, if you can't get your hands down to the floor, you could have blocks that you put your hands on instead. Head is loose. Here we go. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. And straighten. Loose heads. And bend. Inhale. Pushing those hips up, feeling the fold in the crease in this rotated position. And last time, bend. Inhale. Exhale and press. Good. In this position, let's step out. So we have a wide position here. And we're going to repeat the same thing. Realign so that you're folded from the hips. If your knees are bent again, that's fine. And again, keep that head and the shoulders nice and loose. Knees go out over the toes. Getting a little inside thigh work. Push the hips up. So now here we are doing a stretch in a wider turned out position. So we're getting a rotation in our hips. Again, bend, inhale, exhale, and stretch it up. Two more. Bend, inhale, exhale, stretch it up. Good. And last time, bend, inhale. Good. And stretch up. Now we're going to roll up through our spines. If you need to bend your knees, you can, but we're trying to go into that lower back. Coming back up through the waist, up through the upper body, up through the shoulders, neck, and head. Good. Let's come back and shake out again. And we're going to go back into that wide position that we just were in. And we're going to take some rolls down on either side of the legs to increase the stretch on that hamstring. So upper body's twisting. You know what that is all about. We've just done so many twists. Hips stay front. And we're going to roll that head down along the right leg. So we're still going through the same process. Head, shoulders above the waist, going into that lower back. But then you're going to aim so that you're folding from the hips. And again, if you need to have your knees bent, you can. And you can have your hands up on the blocks. So if your knees are bent, that's fine. But feel that fold over onto that right leg. And let's shake our heads and shake our shoulders. And you can shake your hips a little bit, shimmy them a bit. And then realign there. And let the head be nice and loose. Now we're going to again adjust that right knee over the toe as the left leg stays rotated out. So we're going to bend, increase the bend in your knee if you already have a bent knee position. Now push with the foot and push the hip up. So we're getting more stretch on that right leg. Head drops down. We've got three more of these. Bend, breathe, inhale, exhale, and straighten. And bend, breathing, exhale, and straighten. And last time, bend, breathe, exhale, and straighten. Try to really drop that head down, increasing the stretch on that hamstring. From here, we're going to roll up. If you still have bent knees, that's fine. You're going to gradually straighten them. You may find that there's a little bit of a wobble in your body as you go into this roll up, coming up. Torso is still facing this direction and hips are front. And then let's shift to the other side. So we're shifting that torso, rolling the head down, opening up through each vertebra as you go down. And again, you choose straight or bent leg. And then eventually you're going to come down and you're going to have that fold go from the front hip flexors there. Heads are down. So now we're on to the left leg. Let's again shake that head out and the shoulders and the hips. If your knees are bent, that's fine. And just hang. Really deepening that stretch. And breathing. Okay, here we go with the knee bending out over the toe. Bend, inhale. Exhale and stretch it up. Heads are loose. Good. Bend. Inhale. Exhale and lengthen all the way up. Good. 2 more. And bend. Inhale. And straighten. And out. Up and down. Down through the foot. Up through the hip. And let's take that once more. Bend it. Breathing and stretch. Really enjoy this stretch, this rotated stretch. Okay, here we go, rolling up again and coming up through the spine, engaging the abdominals. Again, you might have a little wobble there as you come up, but just hold strong. Your body can live through the wobble. Coming up right, and then come to the center. Good. Coming up, and let's shake that out again. Good. All right, let's go back into this wide position, rotated, and we're going to turn the left leg towards the right. They're parallel. Bend this front leg and come down into your lunge position here. So we're getting that front foot between the hands, knee over the heel there, and then the back foot is pressing out into a heel stretch there. And let's rock forward and back a bit as this hip gets some stretch. Here we go. Rolling forward. You're stretching out that foot underneath the toes. And push back and press the heels. Repeat. Roll it to the front. Good. And push it back. Here in the Northeast, where it's cold, because it's winter time here, come forward and to the back. We don't often get much of a stretch through our feet because our feet are encased in our heavy winter boots. And come back and press. Good, come back to neutral position. And now drop the knee down and toe releases and press the hip forward. A little bit more to open up through the hip flexors. Curl the toe under and come back into your lunge. Repeat. Knee down, toe releases and press. Curl the toe under and stretch. 2 more. Drop it down. Toe and press. Good. And curl up to your lunge. And bend, toe, and press. Good. And curl the toe under, press, and up. Now we're going to hop the back leg up a little closer and then try and straighten both legs so we're getting an increased stretch in a parallel position to that front foot. And let's take some flexes and rock back. It's sort of like a what's it called? Rocking horse. Here we go. Head is loose. So we're going to flex that front foot up as we push slightly back into the back leg. Feeling additional stretch in that hamstring on the front in a parallel position. Foot down, and now the heel on the back is going to lift up, pushing our bodies forward a bit. Coming down, press, and flex. And down. Move, front. And press it down, flex, front leg, and moving forward as the back heel comes up, and lift, and we have 1 more. Heel goes down and back, flex the front foot as we push back. You can use your hands to help you, increasing that hamstring stretch, and then come down, forward, lift. Good, heel down. We're going to rotate to the other side. Now in all of these positions, if you need to modify and have bent knees, you can do that. So we're going to make that front foot go forward, and the back foot is sliding back a little bit. And from here, we're once again pushing back with the heel to stretch out through the Achilles, and then rolling forward through the instep there. So we're getting a stretch under our toes. And push back, press, way out there, and roll forward and stretch. Keep going, press it out, push. Excellent, coming forward and press, and push it out. Press out through that heel and roll forward, under the toes. Good, come back to your neutral position. From here, we're dropping the knee down, toe releases, and feeling that nice stretch that happens in front of that hip flexors there. Really letting that press forward, curl the toe under. We'll come back into our lunge, still keeping the hips going down towards the floor. Repeat, bend, toe, and press. Good, toe under and come up. 2 more, bend, release the toe, press, and curl the toe under and lift. Last time, bend, let the toe go, feel that nice stretch there, and curl the toe under and come into your lunge. From here, we're gonna hop that back leg up, however many times as you need to. Your knees can be bent, or try to keep the heel into the floor on the back there as much as you can. Or if you're able to have the legs straight, you could have blocks, you can have your tools. And from here, we're gonna rock to the back by lifting that toe up on the front. So our weight's on the heel of the front foot. And then put the foot down, lift the back heel up, and rock the body forward. So it is a rocking horse. And drop, press, lift. And foot down, back heel lifts up. Keeping the head loose, shoulders loose. 2 more. Heel down, flex it. Good. And come forward, lift, and back heel comes up. Heel goes down, pushing to the back, pressing the heel down as the toe comes up in front, lengthening through that front leg. Good. Come forward, heel, and lift. Good. Come back to the heel position. Let's take our hands and bring them a little bit farther back behind us and slide that leg back and make it be in line with the back foot. And just bring our hands closer to our legs so we're keeping our weight right on sort of the ball of the foot. You might find that you're inching your toes in many different directions, but try to come to a place where the toes are equal and your feet are parallel. And you're dropping straight over from the crease of the hips. Again, it can be with the bent knees there. And let's take some bent knees and straightening from this position with the head truly lower and drop down. Bend, inhale. Exhale, push and straighten. Can you get your head a little closer to your legs? Bend, inhale. Exhale, and stretch. 2 more. Bend. You can move your hands if you need to. Exhale. Push the hips up. Drop the heads towards the legs. And last time. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. And push. Good. Walk the hands forward a little bit. So you're going into a down dog. Maybe you need to make your feet go away from you too. And let's take again, working with the heels, lifting up. And pressing the heels down. Derriere goes up to the ceiling. Hips go up to the ceiling. Back is long. Lift up. Good. And press down. 2 more. Lift it up. Excellent. And press it down. And last time, lift it up. And press it down. Good. Let's bring our knees down. Release the toes. And go into a child's pose just for a moment. Heads are loose. Nice and easy. Shoulders are down. Deep breaths. Now let's move our hands to the side. So here's where you can come back into acknowledging that side stretch in your body that we worked on before. So the back hand is coming on top of the front hand there. Hips stay right where they are, so they're not moving. It's the upper body that's doing that side stretch. And then come to the other side, walk the hands around. Remember now, you've got one hand on top and one on the bottom. Nice and easy. Let those hands be loose, feeling that side body stretch. Let's take that once more in each direction. So you're reaching the arm over and stretch. And maybe you can get your hand a little bit farther, closer towards your feet. So you get more of a side body stretch there. And let's take it to the other side. Arm goes out, bring the other arm around, and get the top arm happening on top of the other hand there, and get that nice side body stretch, exaggerating that some. Good. Come back to your neutral position, and let's roll up through our spine. Come to an upright position. Okay, let's sit down. We're going to sit with the legs in a folded position. And you know that I like to have your hips back, that it's more of a triangle shape, so we can get the divine flesh up and the spine can stack up. We're going to work with our heads and our necks. So from here, let's drop our heads down. Swing the chin over to the right shoulder. Drop it down. Swing it over to the left shoulder. Repeat. Swing down and side and down. 2 more, here we go. Swing it down, feeling the back of the neck really stretching out, and down, and side. Once more, down, and side, and down, and side. Come back to your neutral position, coming up right. Now make the chin go straight up, so you're gonna feel an opening in the front of the neck here, and we're gonna go over to the right diagonal where the wall and the ceiling meet. Semicircle over to the other side, shoulders are down. And stretch the front of the neck there. And up and over to the diagonal. 2 more. Lift it up, over, good. And lift and over. We've got 1 more set. And lift it. See if you can exaggerate this position a little bit more. Lift and over, coming up, right? And let's just take some downs and ups. So nice and easy, nice and slow, because we've just been opening up the neck quite a bit and we don't want to rush this. And chin down and chin up. Repeat, chin down and lift. Good. And chin down and lift up. Come back to neutral and let's take it to the right and left. So here we go, directly to the side and over to the side. Repeat, over to the side and over. Now you can do this with your eyes open or closed. You can decide which one feels like you get more range of motion. And over. And we have 1 more set. Reaching it over. And over to the left. And come back to neutral. If you had your eyes closed, open your eyes up. Excellent. Okay, let's take our feet and bring them together. So again, getting the divine flesh out from underneath us. We're going to take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to put our elbows into the crook of the hips and then lean forward from the hip flexors and slide our elbows out. So we're trying to maintain a flat back, but what we're doing is opening up those inside thighs a bit. And come back up, right? Deep breath in, exhale, press the elbows in and reach. So again, flat back, as flat as you can get. You're gripping your hands onto your ankles there. And lift. And elbows, bend, breathe. Over, opening up the inside thighs. And once more, lift up, breathing, sliding all the way out. Good. And come upright. Excellent. Hands go behind. Let's close the left leg over the right. Feet point. Torso faces front. We're opening and pointing the feet. They touch and close. So we're doing some clamshells here. Open and close. And open, way out there. Good. And close. So inside thigh work is happening. Open and close. We're going to flex the feet and the heels are going to touch. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to find you can't get quite as far if you maintain the heels touching. And out. Good. And out. And in. A lot of work for that top hip and thigh. And close. Good. Point the feet. Let's take that to the other side. So setting yourself up, feet point, touching the toes, open. This one feels easy compared to the one with the flex feet there. And open. Good. Utilize it as best you can. And open it out. And close. Excellent. And open. And close. Now we go into the flexed position. Heels touch. And open. And close. And again, you're not going to be able to get quite as far, but we've done enough of these that your inside thighs are starting to really get a good stretch. So it might not feel quite as difficult as it did on the other side. Open and close. Come back to the point. Come back over and we're going to take a little lift of that leg. So here it is. And we're going to open it out. And then we're gonna bring the knee in and try and let our toe go higher than our knee. The first couple ones don't feel like you can really make that happen here, but you're really trying to bring that knee in and the toe stays where it is. And you wanna maintain your shoulders down. So you might have to have your elbows bent. There's a lot of work happening in that hip. And knee goes down and toe. Good, come back to neutral, come down. Let's straighten the legs out for a moment and just notice how those hips feel. The one that we just worked on might feel like it's more open. It has a different shape than the one that we haven't done that in and out action with. So let's take it to the other side. Legs bend, come over, feet are pointed, set yourself up. Don't let your shoulders come to an upright position towards your ears. Lift that leg up. Now we're opening it out first. Open. Now knee goes down. It goes into a dive and the toe comes up. And open. Good. And in. It's challenging. And open. And knee goes down. Toe comes up as much as it can. And knee opens. Good. And knee goes down. Good, come back to neutral, come back into the layered position. Let's come and sit up. And just, again, notice if those hips are now more equal. Let's take a little rock on them. Excellent. Okay, bringing the legs up. We're gonna shoot the right leg out. We're gonna hop this left leg out and then bend the knee down and shoot that leg back out a little bit. So you have a little more opening here. It should be at least 90 degrees, maybe it's a little bit more. This hip is going to be off the floor. And so let's just do a little push through that hip to keep working in that hip joint. So we're going to push and it makes our bodies go over towards the long leg. And this front foot is trying to stay pointed. Push the hip back and it's going to make our torso go towards the back foot. And push the hip, roll it forward, really working in that hip area and come back. And down. Push it forward. Feel that stretch. Good. And push. And it comes back. And once more. Roll it. Push it towards the front. Excellent. And push it towards the back. Now come back to neutral position. Rotate the torso towards its leg. And let's take a forward fold with our arms up. So from here, we're going to reach out and over, going through that flat back, feeling the crease in the hip there. Heads go down, and you're basically trying to lay your body down on that leg in front of you. Your head, if you need to tilt it some way, should go to the front. From here, let's take 4 deep breaths. We're going to try and get more of a stretch through our torso along the leg. Breath in. Exhale, reach. Now remember, if your legs are bent, and you can't get fully over, that's fine. You're going to go to your extent to increase this stretch here. Again, breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out. Elbows are bent, heads are down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, reach and lengthen. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale, reach and lengthen. Heads are loose. If you can, join me in a flexed foot. So from here, deep breath in, exhale, flex out through that heel, which will deepen this stretch quite a bit. You can do this even if your knee is bent. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Point the foot. Now we're going to walk our hands up as we roll up through our spine to an upright position. Shoulders are down. Bring the back leg to the front leg. And let's take that front leg, flex it, keep the back straight, and we're going to just push the heel out and away so that the hip is going. And then push the hip back. So it's kind of using the hips in the way that we did when we had a bent back leg, but it's integrating it with a straight leg here. And again, push out. The other leg is pointed. The back leg is pointed. And push this back. And once more, push it forward, letting the torso go. And push it back. Good. Shake that out. Let's come back to the center. We have the other side to go and do this with, but just notice the difference between what's happening in the hips, in the legs. So we're bringing the legs up. We're shooting the left leg out. We're hopping this right leg out, dropping the knee down and adjusting your position here. And we can now feel this hip lifted off the floor. And we're going to point that foot and push that hip forward, allowing the torso to go towards that front leg, opening up in the hip flexors there, and then push that hip back, letting the torso twist. Push it forward, reach it front, and push it to the back. 2 more, push it to the front, breathe, and push it to the back, and push it to the front. Front foot is staying pointed, and push it to the back. Good, come back to neutral. Sitting up tall, point that front foot, lift up and fold over this leg that's right in front of us to increase the hamstring stretch. Heads down, arms down, and hang. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach that body along the leg. Arms go out. Second breath, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. 2 more. Breath in. Exhale. Now the head's going to tilt over to the front of the room. If you've gotten that far, shoulders are down. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. So even if your legs are bent and you're not all the way down, I invite you to take a deep breath in. Exhale and flex out through that heel. So we're really deeply increasing this stretch on the hamstring. Take a couple of deep breaths while you're in this position. Notice what you can do to ease out or to increase the stretch as you take those breaths. Let's take 1 more all together. Here we go. Deep breath in. And exhale and reach. Point through the foot. Walk the hands up as you roll up through the spine. And then help the other leg to come in front. Now the legs are parallel. You're up high on the divine flesh. Back foot stays flexed, and we're going to flex that front foot and push it forward. Hip is going to go with you. So the torso does move. And bring it back. This helps to integrate some of the stretches by moving the hips in this direction and back. It's like a walk. And we all know that our bodies calm down and feel better when they've been rocked. And back, good. And push it out, way out there, good. And come back in. Excellent. Bring the legs in and then sit up tall, getting the divine flesh out. And just notice how your body feels. Excellent. Let's take 1 last stretch. We're going to bend both legs and shoot them out into the second position, the wide position. Again, divine flesh is up from underneath you. Feet are pointed, sitting up nice and tall. And let's just take a forward fold once again, feeling that inside stretch there. So top of the head rolls. Again, if your knees are bent, that's fine. As long as you're feeling something happen for your body to increase that inside thigh, that's all that really matters. We all are individual. So from here, maybe you come to the elbows, or maybe you're still here with your bent knees. But make sure that you've got your weight coming forward and your weight is going into the floor and your shoulders aren't lifted and your elbows are bent. If you can, we're going to take 4 breaths and you're going to try and lower your body a little bit more, but just stay where it works for you. Deep breath in, exhale, reach out and drop, increasing the stretch. Again, breath in, exhale and reach. Breathe in, exhale and reach. Excellent. And last time, breath in and lengthen out as much as you can. Feeling the inside thigh, get a good stretch there. Let's take a flex once more. Deep breath in. Exhale, both feet flex. Even if your knees are bent, it will deepen that inside thigh stretch. Take 1 more breath in. Let's make a noise. Good. And then slowly roll up through the spine. Feet are still flexed as you roll up through the spine there. Coming up Lengthen the spine, point the feet, and then help the legs to come together. All right, beat those thighs out. Make sure your backs are straight. Let's take our arms, reach out, come all the way up. Hands come together. Hands come to the heart chakra. And give thanks to your body. Hopefully this helps to open up. And if you live in the Northeast like I do, we have a snowstorm coming today. Maybe this will keep things nice and loose so you're not tightening up with the cold and the snow. If you like this video, please subscribe and like it, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.